to the For the Future Fridays. I'm Jantrice Johnson with the Smothering Pros, and today we're going to be discussing calculations. How much money do you spend in rent? Could that money that you spend in rent go towards a purchase of owning your own home? All right, so let's talk about calculations. Let's say you have a roommate and both of you guys spend $600 a month in rent. How much is that over the 2-year span? You are giving the rental company close to $14,000 in rent money that they're using to pay off their apartment building. Now, maybe that's a low number for you guys. Let's go to the 800 people. If you are spending $800 in rent over 2 years, that looks close to $20,000. Now, I always get, Jan, I don't have the money to purchase my own home. But from those calculations, you all have a lot of money to spend that's not being used wisely. All right, now that we've talked about the calculations, I always hear, all right, what are my next steps, Jan? All right, so here are some next steps. You can either take my advice or pick one of the steps that you want to use, all right? One of the first steps, questions that I would ask you is, can you go back home? Did you burn those bridges to where you can't go back home to save your money? Now, you're just not going back home to sit. You're going back home with a plan to save the money that you would be spending on rent. Now, going back home, that may not be the plan for you. Do you have an aunt or do you have a grandmother that you can go to? But going back home is just not going back home. You're going back home with a plan. Point number 2 is looking to find a roommate. Why is it that your group of friends are all spending $1,000 each on rent? How come you guys can't come in together and split a $1,200 rental apartment? No issue with that. The third reason, why is it, young people, that you all want to rent these luxury apartments that have all these amenities that cost $1,500? What if you went to a rental company or apartment and lived rough for a couple of years? What's wrong with that? I believe some of you guys want the luxury lifestyle, but there's no luxury in renting. Now, the fourth idea or plan that I have for you guys, I know you're saying, Jan, I have to rent. But now the question I have to ask you is, what are you doing with your other money? I'm following some of you guys on Instagram and you guys are hitting the club up every weekend. I'm trying to figure out how many trips you've been on this year and how much money it cost you. The other things that you guys are spending your money on could go towards a savings plan to get you into your own home. Hey guys, all right, now you guys have heard the calculations, you guys have heard the practical steps. I'm still not getting to you. On the next episode of For the Future Fridays, we're going into some of these rental places. The amenities that you guys are not using, let's look at those. Let's look at some of these rental homes that you guys are purchasing. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a renter so you all can see how much money is going where.